Okay. Take 3 now. Anyway, damn, dude. That's a lot. Okay. Welcome to episode 6 of the Learn from Experience podcast. We're getting a lot of practice in on these intros, I guess. Here you go. We got Circus in the house. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Circus here.
Circus here. And me, Beely Breezy, if y'all didn't know, that's my username. So we are on episode 6, and the question of this podcast episode is there more bad or is there more good in the world? And I think I want
There's
to.
good in the world.
There's more good in the world? Yes, I think I agree.
Yes.
I think I agree. I'm going to start with, I guess, defining our terms here and of maybe breaking down a little bit of what we both think good and bad is so that maybe we can go into a little middle ground here. Since we both agree, I will be, playing devil's advocate at times, using my brother's own opinions because we've also had this conversation, and he disagrees with both of us. He believes that there's by far more bad in the world than good. But yes, I believe that. I guess I'll start off with what I believe good is and what I believe bad is. Bad. I'm gonna start with bad. Yeah. So when I asked the question, when I thought about this question, I was really just in a time of just really contemplating whether or not, and struggling with the idea of is like the world really full of bad things, and is there really hope for the good to proceed or like what's the word, overcome the bad. And I believe that the bad in the world is not just a person, it's like a force, and there is like energies. I guess you can be a little mystical about this. This is all subjective, and I would like to make a disclaimer here where the things we are talking about and the scope in which we're talking about them is more so in the realm of subjectivity, and the reason why I'd say this disclaimer is Circus has very strong opinions on what is objectively true on this, but because we'll be here for a very long time if we go into that realm. His realm is objectivity over here, but I think we're gonna just stick to subjectivity, and so we can keep it a little bit more within scope and not go into many tangents. But yeah, any thoughts on what I said here?
Well, on the fact of, let's say, objective, subjective thoughts on this,
Yeah.
the world to be a combination or some kind of middle ground between someone's individual existence and the world in terms of the universe and everything around us,
Yeah.
we're going to be a lot more on the side of people's everyday life in terms of how we're going to, define the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Being that this is the Learn from Experience podcast, the way that we want to do this is to speak on our experiences so that people can learn from it, not necessarily go too much into the
broader
philosophy,
spectrum, the broader spectrum stuff, like
economics and all that nonsense, because we've been down that path.
Yeah, we've been down that route. That's a cut. There's some cuts and clips on that. Not to say that we won't go into those types of topics maybe sometime in different episodes, but this episode is going to be subjectivity. I know Circus really loves like the whole like broader terms and macro level of things, and I actually like to hear what he has to say on those topics. But I think, and those will be like future episodes. Yeah. Those will be future episodes.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan. Yeah, exactly. But because those episodes are really harder to tackle in the sense of like try to find experiences to learn from. Those are more so like trying to do like social economics 101 type things, like I gotta do this for college. Which I don't know, that might be a cool thing. Maybe some people really might be into that. I know the Circus is. But back to like the good and bad. Bad and good, I think they are forces in this world, and they can be held by a person, held by circumstance, held by many things. Sometimes even ourselves we get tempted by like should I just do the route in which I just freak out and just do the impulsive action that is not always the good action to do. It's not always the best action to do. Um, I know I've been through that
Uh,
myself. You
I have
ready?
some stories to say about.
I know, right? Seriously. Um,
Yeah, seriously.
yeah, seriously. I've come across a lot of people in this world that like actually like they're like they believe in the concept of evil, and I'm like not one of those people. Maybe at times I do. I think there are evil. Some people, very rarely, they're just inherently evil, but like there's a lot of people who really believe in the concept of evil being an entity that like possesses people, or like people are embody
Uh,
it, or people actually embody it, and I'm like that's kind of wild to me.
with all due respect to people who believe that, um, I agree and understand mere by the fact that I see what you see. But unfortunately, it is not this malevolent deity out there causing bad shit to happen to
Yeah,
everyone. I
not today,
promise.
Satan is like takes a whole new meaning, don't it?
I'm telling you.
Anyway, so like the good in the world as well, like some people like I think it's kind of crazy to believe that there's some people out there that are just they're inherently good and they're benevolent and all these things. I think that that is a recipe for disaster, a recipe for cultish behavior. You know what I mean? Like somebody could just be like, I no matter what I do, even if it's horrible, I'm just inherently good. Whatever I touch turns to gold. Whatever I touch turns to good. And even if it's and like whatever I deem as evil is bad because I am good. Like that stuff is like very. That's more so like cult kind of behavior. So that's why I don't really believe in the whole um, people are inherently good, inherently bad. There's people who are, that's why I believe there.
You
It's bad is a combination of actions, a combination of intention, a combination of like outcomes of bad things, an outcome of negativity, which can come from people, come from like nature, come from like natural disasters, things like that. Like, but I think we're just gonna go into the scope of just people. I think we should just like go along the scope of people. You have anything more to add to that? Do you? What are your
um
terms actually? What are your terms? Do you agree? Do you have caveats to this?
I'm gonna try to put it into like a perspective. In terms of let's say philosophy, I not to say that I follow them necessarily, but in like kind of terms in like Nietzsche or Rand, it's kind of like objective good or objective bad or evil and good in the world. It comes up to me a lot in terms of like someone who can do good things can have bad intentions, and someone that has uh, good intentions can do bad things. And
Mm.
to describe
Yeah.
those things as objectively good or bad, or to say that it adds to good or bad in the world, is a little bit um, more difficult to pinpoint. But to say to define like how I feel in terms of good, I can say is as simple as it might sound kind of like a loaded way of putting it, but and it is. But I see good in terms of I exist, therefore there's good.
Mm. I guess so. What you're saying is like maybe like the good is just a force that is naturally here.
I'm saying that
Oh, you are proof that good
the
exists.
opposite, almost like I'm saying almost the opposite.
Oh,
Good is what you make of it. Good is not just your actions, but
it's your
your
creation.
ability to navigate this world and be the good that exists in the world,
Yeah, yeah. So you are the creation of good as well.
so to speak.
As
So
well.
to speak. That
Yeah, yeah.
means like it's kind of like like earlier you said it's a little bit mystical that you can think about it, objective theme
Yeah.
of it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's kind of like how people say the more grumpy you are, then the worse your life is gonna be because you just see bad
Yeah,
everywhere you
yeah,
look.
yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
like the more you don't give a fuck person you
Yeah.
are, like you don't care and you just
Yeah.
love everybody, the more good you see because it's all over the place. It's like that.
Yeah, yeah. There's people who like I'm over here like, don't you see how good this stuff is? But they're over here like, they don't see the world in the same awe that I do. I noticed that.
Yeah.
I see the world in like in awe. I'm like in awe of everything in the world, and like the things that I see that are so good, or like, or what I define to be good, are just like, dude, raindrops on like leaves falling, and like rain pelting like roofs, like that shit's just good. Like that shit's some good shit. And like they're over here like that's just a normal day, and I'm like, that's really takes some perspective, you know. Like some people, that's why I think some
That's like
people, yeah, they don't see, they some people
well,
say
that's
that there's more bad in the world than good, because they just don't, they don't categorize the things that I think are good as good.